We welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Cure Auto Insurance, along with Ricky Bottalico and Michael Barkann. Frustrating loss, obviously, because of Aaron Nola's struggles in the first inning. 5 runs before he'd even recorded an out, 6 runs total. And then Ricky, the Phillies' inability to get runs with runners in scoring position in the clutch. And that was also problematic for them.
That was problematic. I mean, when you think about what the Phillies did, I thought later on in the ball game, starting about the 4th or 5th inning, they started getting some opportunities. They started getting some chances. You saw them with the 2-run home run by Weston Wilson, and you're thinking to yourself, all right, just one little rally here, and all of a sudden you're back into it. The double play balls killed them. Strikeouts hurt them later on in the ball game. This is a team that has had this thing go on for a long period of time where they kind of go in these little swoons with runners in score position, but they come out of it. So, I mean, that's the least of my worries here tonight.
Look at the bottom line.
To be completely honest with you.
See that? Nola allows 5 first-inning runs, 18 earned runs allowed in 19 1/3 since his return August 17th.
And I'm sure you're going to look me in the face and say, well, you know what? He turned it around after that first inning.
He did settle in. He did that last start,
too.
But
does it matter?
No.
But does it matter? You look at his line tonight. It was 6 innings, 6 earned runs. That is not good enough. What are you going to say when Aaron Nola starts a playoff game? Well, he gave up 8 runs in the first inning. After that, he retired everybody. You know what? That other team gets a little tired from hitting.
Yeah, they're exhausted.
I mean, in all honesty, he's got to get going from the beginning of the ball game. You can't go in there getting behind hitters. And as a matter of fact, he was behind all night. He was 12 for 24 on first pitch strikes. You get behind hitters. Where do you have to throw the ball? Middle of the plate. Aaron Nola does not have the stuff to throw over the middle of the plate.
All right, let's talk turkey, though, here. This is very important because people out there are sitting at home saying, this guy's never going to be what he was. This guy's never going to rediscover himself. To that, you would say what? I mean, he's 32 years old. He's had a brilliant career, but he's on the downside of it.
Here's the problem. I don't know if he's putting pressure on himself because he hears the murmurs. He understands what these starts mean. Maybe he's putting a little bit too much pressure on himself early on in the ball games. But does he have the stuff right now is the question. It almost seems like an instant replay every single game. A walk, another walk, a base hit, hit
by pitch.
And then the one big mistake that goes out of the ballpark. You got to stay out of those problems.
All right, let's break it down. Here's the eye on the mound, presented by PGW, energy for all of us.
He's got to figure out a way to get good in the first inning, not the 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
6.78 ERA in 13 starts this season. Went 5 innings tonight, 6 hits, 6 earned runs. 5 of those earned runs before he got the first out. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks on 95 pitches.
And the other thing that's a little disturbing to me is that this has been a pattern all year long. It hasn't been for a month. It hasn't been for a couple weeks. But his numbers aren't changing. His numbers aren't changing. They didn't change from the beginning of the season, go on the IL, and now all of a sudden everything's fine. Nothing has really changed, and that's the scary part.
Yeah, and so he's lacking command, unfortunately.
Lacking command. His breaking ball is only good when it's down in the dirt a lot of times. Now when he kind of tries to throw it within the strike zone, he gets that circular movement, and it's not like a sharp break.
So then throw it down in the dirt if that's effective.
Well,
Don't you need
ball
to
after
change?
ball, and when you don't have fastball command, what is that doing?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they helped him out in the end of the first inning and the second inning. They were swinging at pitches in the dirt the whole time.
And his velocity is fine if he has the command. The velocity is okay.
So there's nothing wrong with velocity. He's got to figure out his command, which means there's something wrong mechanically.
Yeah. So what do you do about a Game 4 starter in the playoffs now?
Taijuan Walker.
Which is, again.
Or a bullpen game.
Or what about Walker Buehler? Buehler.
He cannot.
Could he be the guy?
He had to be called up the first. To be on the roster, you have to be on the team right now.
I thought he could still.
He could if there's an injury.
Okay. Well.
So you're saying fake an injury? Is this football?
Well, I'm not saying fake it. I'm just saying it's interesting how that stuff works.
I see.
I
hear you.
Because they need to figure that out. Also, is it trouble with all those lefty starters? It hasn't been this season.
You know what? No, it hasn't been this season. I'm going to tell you why I don't believe it would be a problem with the lefty starters. Because if you go lefty, 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 number one, you got Christopher Sanchez, who's going to lead those things off. There's no doubt about that. He's going to be your ace. When Christopher Sanchez goes out and pitch, I would make sure 100% that Ranger and Luzardo are sitting next to each other doing what? Studying. Why? Because they all throw sinkers, they all throw changeups, they all throw sliders. If you're watching Sanchez, I know he throws harder, but you could get a really good feel, especially from the dugout, if these guys are out in front of certain pitches, if they're not looking for certain pitches, if there's a pitch you think you could sneak by. And then after that game, you know what you do? You go and watch the film. And if you're the third pitcher, you keep doing it.
Phillies going through a streaky part of their schedule right now. They lost 3, then they won 3, and then a win and a loss, and they're going to try to be more consistent. One more
Christmas
sleep.
Eve.
Chris, that's what it's like. As the Eagles open up the season as defending champions, and they can say all they want, they're not going to look at it like that. They are the defending Super Bowl champions going for 2 in a row. We got everything. We'll tell you about it later. All our Eagles coverage coming up. But that's Birds Huddle immediately following Phillies post-game live. Aaron Nola is first out tonight.
Not surprising.
We're wondering what he's going to say. Usually it's the manager. Here is tonight's starter, Aaron Nola, on his game this evening.
What was the problem the first inning for you tonight?
Command was a little off to start out. They made a pretty good pitch to Freak there. He did a good job putting the bat on it and putting it where we weren't. Yeah, and then threw a 1-0 changeup, made a little bit too high in the zone for Collins to hit that homer.
Velocity-wise, it was a little down from where it had been the last couple. Is there anything you felt differently tonight?
No, I just kind of felt off, especially in the first. Feel like I settled in a little bit. But, I mean, other than that, body felt good.
Aaron, go ahead.
When you say off, where exactly did you feel that? Just command or?
I mean, command. I mean, you saw it out there in the first. Wasn't that crisp.
When you do settle in, as you have the last 2 outings, is there a big adjustment that you make between first and second? Is it something small? Do you know what it is?
Just got to make pitches, and I just think the first inning's kind of spied me in the butt the past couple of times, and I feel like it's been all year. Even before I was hurt, the one inning's been kind of blow up on me. Usually through the game, it's that one inning that's kind of gave me trouble.
You said, the year hasn't gone the way you've wanted, obviously. You seem frustrated, but how confident are you that over these next 3 weeks you can get to where you want to be going into the postseason?
Yeah, just got to stay healthy and keep on working, keep on having good weeks, and try to keep sharpening things up. Got to limit the big innings. There's no question about it. Got to stop giving up so many runs and, keep being on the attack mode and making better pitches.
That was Aaron Nola.
That was interesting. That was his last statement, get on the attack mode.
I'm sorry?
He said he wanted to get in the attack mode on the pitcher's mound instead of being kind of complacent with dotting the outside corners and missing all.
He also said, bottom line, just got to make pitches. First inning spiked me in the butt the past couple of times. He knows this. I'm sure he's trying to fix it, but he's unable to do it.
He's unable to do it. That's a little bit of a problem. Obviously, that's what we're running for. That's what Caleb Cotham is here for, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, Caleb should be on the drawing board with Aaron Nola right now.
Said kind of felt off. What was the problem? Command. He said, you saw it out there.
It was obvious. It was pretty obvious when Aaron Nola, he hit a batter that ball
Second batter of the game.
That ball missed the spot by 2 feet. That's not Aaron Nola-esque. The other thing is you look at his ground ball and fly balls. He had 3 ground ball outs, 6 in the air. That's not what you want. You want to not be afraid of contact. I think he's a little afraid of contact right now.
Yeah, I just can't imagine.
Mostly because the ball flies out of the yard.
Do you have to, as you sit right now, he's on your postseason roster?
He's on the roster. I don't know if I'm pitching him.
So he would.
He's got to seriously put together 2 or 3 gems. Because if he throws one good start, are you going to say, oh, he's back? Probably not. You're going to say, okay, let's see if he can do it again.
Looking at his mentality, what you see from him on the mound.
Is the problem really the home run? Is that really the problem, or was it that he walked the first hitter, hit the second hitter?
Well, yes.
I think the problem stems from the beginning.
It does. It's compound interest, unfortunately,
yeah.
and they're taking advantage of that.
Well done on your part,
well,
banker.
It is, and he has been unable to stop it.
It's been going on all season is the problem. I understand. Look, you know what? You could go through a season, you could have a a couple good scattered games here and there. But when you look at it, the ERA is there for a reason for a starting pitcher. If it's that high, it's that high for a reason.
Aaron Nola, 19 1/3 innings pitched since coming off the IL, 18 earned runs
That's no
allowed,
good.
8.38 earned run average. That's a no good.
He took a beating in this one.
He really did. Thank goodness for the home run. Here's the thing about Jose Quintana, and I said in the pregame program that he has plagued the Phillies in 6 appearances now since the start of last season. 2.78 ERA against the Phils.
I told you they had to be patient. I didn't think they were as patient as they could be. They swung at a lot of pitches out of the zone, a lot of deception pitches. You just got to be a little better than that. They only had 1 extra base hit all game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. They had 9 hits, but what does 9 scattered hits do if you're not, doubles and triples?
Again, talking turkey, you mentioned Caleb Cotham. Let's talk about the hitting coach. Isn't there anything that he can impart on his hitters?
This isn't really about that. What it's about is that these guys, most of these guys are veterans. Most of these guys understand what they need to do to, better themselves, to make adjustments in game. But, I guess, you can get tips from your hitting coach, but he can't go up there and swing the shillelagh for you.
Nope, I guess not, Bigarda. Here's Weston Wilson, post-game.
I think it was just put perfectly between the two of us. I think we both saw each other at the last second, which helped it from being worse than it could have been. It was just one of those tough in-between balls.
You've kind of played all over the diamond, but left is where you've gotten an opportunity here. Like, where do you feel like you're at defensively in left field?
I feel good. I mean, if there's a question about that play, I don't really understand that, but I feel good in left field.
Judging from the home run, I assume physically you came out of that play feeling okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think we both took a big hit, but we're good. Yeah, we're fine.
A couple big home runs last week. I mean, how do you feel offensively right now at the plate? Just
good. I think I had an opportunity the at-bat before that I didn't capitalize on. Kind of pitched me backwards and was hoping I'd get another opportunity to kind of help the team do something there.
I know you guys aren't coming up short tonight, but quite a few times last week you battled back in the games where you're down by a lot of runs early.
Yeah.
What does that say about this team?
I think it shows that we're resilient. I think even if we get down early, it's not over for us. I mean, we're going to play baseball and just try to grind our way back.
When you're only playing like once or twice a week, what do you do offensively to stay sharp?
Stuff in the cage drills, moving up and back, getting mixed pitch, just trying to do my homework on pitchers and kind of game plan and figure out what I'm going to do. But just staying in the cage, staying ready.
It's speak softly and carry a big shillelagh. That's what happens. He says, I believe, even if we get down early, it's not over for us. We're going to play baseball and grind our way back into the game.
They tried.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen the
They
way
had 1 or 2
it has.
opportunities to really dig themselves out of the hole, but didn't happen.
Look at Harrison Bader in the pregame show. He's 1 for 4 tonight, and that clash with Weston Wilson in left field when they ran into each other. They didn't have an argument.
There was a clash.
There was a clash. Road ahead for your fighting Phillies looks like this. They finish up at Milwaukee tomorrow. We've got the pregame and the postgame. What the heck? We've got the game too, Ricky Bo.
They're now,
then at Miami.
Now 5.5 games behind the Braves for the best record in baseball.
Behind
the Brewers. Sorry.
Okay.
Braves stink.
Yeah. I didn't know where you were going with that. Miami Marlins Friday through Sunday. Yep. And then the Mets come in for 4. Kansas City Royals.
Out there? The eraser. Erase bad thoughts.
Tomorrow starters, Rangers Suarez. Freddie Peralta. Look at the numbers on Peralta.
2.58.
How about that?
Pretty impressive.
So we'll see. And we will see you tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow is also the Eagles opener. Tomorrow, Thursday night, 7 o'clock pregame. Go Birds. Go Birds. Phillies lose, unfortunately. But the Eagles will win!